From Snoop Dogg's compound in the beautiful city of Inglewood, this is All About the Big 3.
Yeah. Big 3, come on. Yeah. 3. Now that's a magic number. Got the homies ballin' out for the whole damn summer in that 4-point circle with that ghost ball of purple. If you check the roster, got a 3-head monster. Now them killer 3s are like killer bees. Start dropping 3s like trilogies, like companies, like PIGs. Got them ball hogs hogging that 3-on-3. We got the power to do it BIG. We got Tri-State coached by the DOC, so don't hate on Lisa, Leslie, and Nate. It's Nancy Lieberman, head coach, leading man. We got new teams, we got new schemes. We got bivouacs, aliens, and enemies. And they coached by the glove, commissions the glide. Coached by the oak, coached by the Iceman. No fight 10, had to warn Rick Mahorn. They told Rick Barry half court looks scary, but it ain't. Unless you caught in the paint, on the give and go with ISO Joe. If you wanna bring the fire, it burn you slow. This is Fireball 3 and that's Swaggy P. Cause we taking the summer and displaying the best. It's the Big 3 on CBS.
Welcome to All About the Big 3. I'm your host, Tattoo, and it was the final week of the regular season, and it went down once again in Las Vegas, Orleans Arena. The court was electric. The fans were at the edge of their seats because this week, the Big 3 is heading on over to the Bahamas for the playoffs and the Big 3 championship, and every player wants to get there. Who's packing their bags and going home, and who's packing their bags and going to the Bahamas? Find out on this episode of All About the Big 3. Let's get started right now with your Big 3 sights and sounds of the week.
On a track, beer.
Come back and we had a grind drop. Lock the team, take off the Bahamas. Starting to get out of this ball.
They gon' say it with me like a fight song. I'm locked in, I'm locked in, okay. I'm locked in, I can't lose, no way. I'm locked in, I'm locked in, okay. I'm locked in,
Boy, man.
can't lose, no way.
You about to make a call. Hey, what up, boy? All right. Here we go, baby. Do or die tomorrow. Gotta get this game tomorrow, man. Get this game tomorrow. Bahamas chances is looking real great.
Thank you. Did you get that?
I got it. That's what I'm shooting though, man.
You a jump shot, it's all night long. Bitch, I'm by the ball all night long. Yeah, type of energy to keep the lights on. Yeah, they gon' say it with me like a fight song. I'm locked in, I'm locked in, okay. I'm locked in, I can't lose, no way. I'm locked in, I'm locked in, okay. I'm locked in, I can't lose,
I got
no way.
our guys here. They're excited. They're great professionals. We've got Royce back with us. Royce, wave to your fans. That's what he does. He goes right here. I think mine is Royce, come here for a second. Comparison photo. Right here.
That's close.
Not bad.
Don't play with Lady Magic.
All right, we're out.
Jump shot, it's all night long. Bitch, I'm by the ball all night long. Yeah, type of energy to keep the lights on. Yeah, they gon' say it with me like a fight song. I'm locked in, I'm locked in, okay. I'm locked in, I can't lose, no way. I'm locked in, I'm locked in, okay. I'm locked in, I can't lose, no way.
I know I'm always hype, man. Right now I gotta keep it chill on the floor. The players are out here getting ready for the playoffs. 1 week away from the Bahamas. It's play big or go home. It's killed or be killed right here. Week 8, 1 week away from the Bahamas playoffs. Big 3 championship going down.
You a jump shot, it's all night long. Bitch, I'm by the ball all night long.
Hey, Jerry Moore here, game director for the Big 3, getting ready for these playoffs. We're going to see today who's in action, so it's definitely important that we have everything in-game on point.
Hey, I'm Jim Bachman, PA announcer for the Big 3. Getting set, going over the rosters and names. Big week. They got to win to go to the Bahamas. So, hey, we're
out. This is important. The triplets are in first place. If they win, they're the number one seed. Tri-State and the three-headed monster, they got 2 losses. If they win, they're in. The ones who really need help are the Killer Threes and the Ghost Ballers. They got 3 losses. It's going to come down to rather than points. That's all I'm trying to tell you. Enjoy the game. Big ball.
I'm in the rush, young roll right.
No shot, but we won, so it's all good. Want to make everything better, you feel me? Make everything taste good, you know what I'm saying? Chicken strips be a little bit more crispy, that lemonade a little bit more brisk.
Hey, let's do this. Here we go. Here we go, guys. Yo, these games are more intense. These games are on fire. And I'm telling you, everyone wants to go to the Bahamas for the Big 3 championship. It's going down right now, right here. Who's gonna go? Who's gonna stay home? Let's find out. Big 3 time. Championship, Bahamas. We on our way.
Like a bum here, but that's okay. I think under the circumstances, I think they did a really good job trying to at least have the season take place. I think it was actually more competitive. We had a lot of really close games. I was happy to see my team be a little more competitive. We had a little fight for the playoffs. A couple of things didn't go our way. But it was a shame to have the momentum that we built up in the first 3 seasons to get the rug pulled out from under us because of COVID. But I think we did a very nice job of adapting to what needed to be done under the circumstances. And if we continue to do what we're doing and get some of these other players to realize this is a fun thing to do, it's not something they have to kill themselves and play 3 or 4 games a week. Come out and see a lot of their old friends and contemporaries and just have a good time and provide some nice entertainment at a reasonable cost for all of the fans. I think it's great. So thanks to Cube and to Jeff, that's for doing what they did for us, and hopefully we'll have many more years.
I can't believe we are here. Big 3 playoffs and Big 3 championships right around the corner. Coming up right after this, Director of Big 3 Basketball Operations, Thomas Scott, is breaking down Week 8, the final week of the regular season, and let you know who's heading on over to the Bahamas for the Big 3 playoffs. Right after this on the CBS Sports Network.
Download the Big 3 app in the App Store and Google Play Store. Exclusive content, stats, highlights, merch, everything you want to know about the Big 3, download the Big 3 app and get it. We like to have a league that's full of incentives. You know, this year, the Bahamas. We like, as soon as we tell these players that playoffs, championship is going to be in the Bahamas.
Hey, I didn't know that one. Hey, good high five.
They're going to fight for their lives this season to make it there.
Every player here at the Big 3, especially in the Combine, they're trying to cash their ticket to the Bahamas. Man, it's going down. I'm getting ready to get me a Bahama breeze.
I ain't missed the playoffs since I've been in here, so I'm not thinking about missing it now. Y'all saw Bahamas, baby! It's a great thing to be able to reward the best teams in the league with something like this.
Man, it's huge. You know, shout out to Ice Cube for, you know, putting this thing together, man, and continue to grow it every year. It's amazing.
I'll see you in the Bahamas. Bring your swim trunks.
You a jump shot, it's all night long. Swish, bitchin' by the ball all night long. Swish, yeah, type of energy to keep the lights on. Yeah, they gon' say it with me like a fight song. I'm locked in,
Welcome back to All About the Big 3. I'm your host, Tattoo, breaking it down week 8 all the way live in Las Vegas, director of Big 3 basketball operations. He's been breaking it down all year long, all year strong. You know him, Thomas Scott.
Well, you know, Big 3 basketball is always fireball basketball, and we were on fire this week once again, kicking it off with Tri-State and Triplets.
Very important day. Very important day.
What it came down to is you got to give Tri-State props for their defensive effort coming from Earl Clark and also Jason Richardson. And then their bench. You know, they had Larry Sanders come off the bench.
Yo, where did Larry Sanders come from, man? He's just like all over the place, and he's balling out of control right now.
Exactly.
Joe drives, rejected by Larry Sanders. And he just says, it is my house.
He's the X factor. He's protecting the paint. He's bringing energy, and he's finishing down low. And also Justin Dentman coming in off the bench. Like, that guy is a firecracker, and he's kind of like the X factor right now.
Step back, sidestep 3, and the jumper's wet.
The Bahamas is around the corner, and they just clinched the spot to be the #1 team, Tri-State.
Dentman drive. Game over. Tri-State, the victory.
We went up against ISO Joe today, so 3 in a row. Who's #1?
Hey, it doesn't matter. As long as we get to the playoffs and we're back for a playoff spot, that's all that matters with us right now.
Triplets fell from 1 to 2.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's why it's great to keep you updated right here with Thomas Scott. Frank Nitti, Charles Oakley, they did their thing against Trilogy. Talk about it, T. Scott.
Well, this was a game that I couldn't wait to see.
It's a fight for the playoffs, and we have Trilogy taking on the Killer Threes. Anything can happen here in Vegas.
It was a tough one. It was a hard-fought battle. Franklin Sessions played well, but also Dante Green, you know, he got thrown out of the game.
Offensive foul on Dante Green. Amir Johnson draws the charge. You see Steven Jackson asking for more. And there, another one, they just kicked him out.
It really slowed up their momentum. However, guys stepped up. Josh Powell, he's knocking down shots. He doesn't miss a mid-range shot.
He's just money with that.
I think Trilogy, they just let this one go. I mean, where they were up 10, and they just blew the game.
Killer Threes can win it with a bucket. Watson downhill, flips it up and in. The Killer Threes with the victory. Charles Oakley's squad has done it again.
And you know what, man? Shout out to Franklin Sessions, Frank Nitti, man, who seems like he does not give up, man. This guy is like a firecracker out there.
Exactly, man. He's a firecracker. He's the captain. He's earned his spot. But, you know, I do want to say this. Like, Trilogy missed a lot of free throws down the stretch and, you know, just big possessions that they needed to win that game. But to Killer Threes, you know, they did what they're supposed to do. They fought. It came down to the wire. It was a great game. And, man, I just can't wait to see the playoffs, man.
Absolutely. Speaking of the playoffs, we got the three-headed monster still. They took on Ghost Ballers. Thomas Scott, break down that last game.
Yeah, well, three-headed monsters, Reggie Evans, in my opinion, he's a candidate to be MVP.
Lewis finds it. Evans, the roller to finish.
Player of the week 2 weeks in a row?
Yeah, maybe 3. And Kevin Murphy just continues to score.
I call him the silent threat, man.
Exactly, and this is the team really that has the most chemistry out of all the teams in the Big 3. The same captains have been together since year 1. So you're seeing right now why they deserve to get to the Bahamas, as they are stepping in at the 3rd seed playing the triple.
Thank you so much for breaking down that amazing recap of Week 8. But let's talk about the Bahamas. We're going into the Big 3 playoffs for the first time in the Bahamas. Talk about these matchups, Thomas Scott.
Man, they're great, and I can't wait to see them. You got Tri-State at the #1 seed going up against Trilogy, the 4th seed. I mean, we're talking about Nate Robinson and Jarrett Jack going at it, and then you also got Amir Johnson and Larry Sanders, Jason Richardson. Man, all these names, but these guys have games. So I'm looking forward to that 1-4 matchup.
Let's talk about more matchups in the Bahamas for the Big 3 playoffs, Thomas Scott.
Yeah, so we got the 2 seed going against the 3rd seed, which is triplets against 3-headed monsters. You know, these teams have battled before. It's going to be interesting. You got Joe Johnson and Reggie Evans, I think 2 guys that are up for MVP, high candidates for MVP this year. And then, you know, Mahmoud and you got Rashard out there, you know, and when you got Jamario Moon and Allen Anderson, when they're clicking, triplets are tough, but, you know, they got to get back in rhythm. They just came off a tough loss. We've seen how they bounce back from tough losses before when they lost the killer threes. So I think they're going to come out hot, and I think the experience and also the chemistry that the 3-headed monsters have is going to be what's going to have to take them to the win for the promised land.
Well, it's going to be hot in the Bahamas. It's going to get even hotter when the Big 3 arrive for the Big 3 playoffs. It's going down all the way live next Saturday on CBS. You don't want to miss it. Your boy Thomas Scott, director of Big 3 basketball operation. Your friend Tattoo. More All About Big 3 right after this.
Get official Big 3 merch at store.big3.com. You can get league and team apparel, including jerseys, jackets, hats, and more. Store.big3.com.
Yo, huge victory today for Tri-State. They put the smack down on triplets, the current Big 3 champs. I'm right here with Earl Clark. You balled out today, dog. Talk about it.
Yes, sir. We just wanted to come out, you know, be ourselves, be aggressive. You know, we got a well-balanced team. You know, we just try to put it together, man, get this win.
How good does it feel being this organized, this together right before Big 3 playoffs?
Yeah, it's great timing. Like I said, we got a great team with a lot of versatile players, a lot of things they could do. You know, we just try to play defense, rebound, and believe in ourselves, you know, and just keep playing.
Not to give any of the strategy away from Tri-State, but what do you want to say to those teams that got to play you ahead into the playoffs, man? What can they expect from Tri-State going in from Vegas to the Bahamas? A big week next week in the Bahamas, man.
Yeah, I would tell the team just expect a long night, you know. Me and my guys, we ready. We some dogs, and we're going to be ready to go.
Yo, Tri-State had a huge victory over the current Big 3 champions, triplets. I'm right here with Jason Richardson. Quickly talk about how big this victory is and how dope it is, how together you guys are getting in for the Big 3 playoffs in the Bahamas next week.
It was a big win. The triplets, they're a great team. Joe Johnson is, you know, probably be the MVP again. But we're playing great basketball right now. We're playing great team basketball. We got so many guys on the floor that can score and can defend well. We just rolling right now, man.
Yo, I got mad love for Joe Johnson, and I love the respect that you have. But Jay Rich, man, like, y'all put it down on Joe today, man. Y'all really stopped them, and I see Jay Richardson in the contention of MVP this season as well.
You know, yeah, if they want to put me in there, that's cool. But right now, my goal is to win the championship, man. That's our goal as a team. We're not really worried about the personal accolades. We just want to win the championship. For Dr. J, his name's on the trophy. He told us that he ain't never been a part of, you know, winning it yet or getting close to it. So we're doing that as a team to try to win it for Dr. J.
Big victory, man, for yourself, for Dr. J, for Nate Robinson, for Earl Clark, for the entire team. Tri-State killed it today. The new rule here at the Big 3 is the Bring the Fire Challenge. The fans love it. I love it. But players and coaches are still figuring out what works and what doesn't. Let's see who got burnt in the Bring the Fire Challenge.
Well, the foul was called on Scales, but George Gervin is going to bring the fire. The bell, bring the fire. Murphy scales down, and Murphy with the finish.
And how about Charles Oakley? Charles Oakley, he didn't waste any time. He wants to bring the fire early. So Jack against Frank Nitti.
That's big boy ball.
Yeah, put that shoulder into him and banks it home.
Big boy ball, and Sessions knew it. Now, he tried to keep him outside the lane, but watch Jared Jack. All he wants to do is get to his spot, use that right shoulder. Nice touch off the glass. Now, can Franklin get a little get back from earlier? From earlier.
Yes.
When Jared Jack was able to kind of bulldog his way down. Sessions is going to try to use his quickness against a stronger veteran player, Jared Jack.
Frank Nitty's got 10 seconds to go one-on-one. Try to get a bucket. Jared Jack gets a stop. Trilogy gets the rock. Oh, nah. He wants to bring the fire. The Taco Bell Bring the Fire Challenge.
I don't understand that challenge. You could have kept that one in your pocket. Seriously.
Allen's got 10 seconds.
Yeah, it didn't take 10. It only took about 4 to get that.
We all know defense wins championships, and no one wants to pack their bags home. Everyone wants to get to the Big 3 playoffs in the Bahamas. So check out some of the hottest defensive plays of Week 8.
Those ballers, especially it shows when the player consistently plays to his strength.
28-16.
Really impressive. Barbosa's post defense.
Evans swiped it for Hannah.
Has it ripped. Sessions rejected by Jared Jack. In it. Stolen by Charlo. The drive. Rejected. Here's the drive. Oh, blocked. Great defense by Trilogy. Shot clock violation.
Reggie Evans of the Three-Headed Monsters is the player of the week 2 weeks in a row. Can he do it 3 times? Find out right now. Big 3 Player of the Week.
Evans. Here he is. Lewis shakes free. Rather, Evans. Evans the spin and the finish. Reggie Evans. Lewis finds it. Evans the roll and the finish and the foul.
For more Big 3 interviews and highlights, go to big3.com right now. I want to thank you so much for watching All About the Big 3. It's brought to you by dherbs.com, and it's been a pleasure, but it's not over. This Saturday, we are finally here. The Big 3 playoffs is going down in the Bahamas, and I can't wait. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the entire team here, AAB3, we thank you so very much for tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going down this Saturday, CBS, Big 3 playoffs. You don't want to miss it. I'm Tattoo. We'll see you next week on the CBS Sports Network, All About the Big 3.